Hi, I'm Dr. Rob Cushman, the Acting Medical Officer of Health for the Renfrew County and District Health Unit. The days are shortening, and while we've had good weather, winter is on the horizon. And looking at what's going on in the community with respect to viral infections, I have a very important message for you today. Unfortunately, COVID is still with us. It's very persistent, and we're beginning to see new variants. The flu season, influenza, has already arrived. And we've seen that there was a lot of activity in the Southern Hemisphere, places like Australia, when they had their winter during our summer. And worse, as you've probably heard, is we're seeing a lot of what are called RSV infections. That's respiratory syncytial virus. We're seeing a lot of that in children to the point where we're seeing many more hospitalizations than we have recently, and a lot of sick children and a lot of waits in the emergency room. The RSV situation is particularly bad in Champlain. CHEO, our local children's hospital, is having a lot of challenges. All to say, it looks like a tripledemic as we approach winter. I hate to say it, we're all fed up, but this is the absolute truth. It looks like there are three viruses out there that can cause considerable mischief and considerable hardship. Now, there's some things we can do, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. It's pretty obvious where we're going with winter and what's out there, the three viruses, but what can we do? What can you do for yourself? What can you do for others, your family, your loved ones, and the greater community? First one is to get vaccinated. That's clear. You can take advantage of whatever COVID vaccine you're now eligible for, and equally, you can get vaccinated for the flu. Flu shots are now widely available in Renfrew County. So there you go, both shots, one in each arm essentially, for COVID and for the flu. This is what's going to help us get through winter. Unfortunately, we don't have a vaccine yet for RSV. It's a virus that does considerable damage to children. I would also say watch out though, because it can get to grandparents too and cause problems for grandparents, the very old and the more vulnerable, just like influenza and just like COVID. So yes, get vaccinated. Get vaccinated for two of these three viruses. Take advantage of the vaccine that's available to you. Now, on the other hand, as we move into close confinement to winter, colder temperatures, more indoor activities, I highly recommend that you pay close attention to all the other COVID prevention measures which apply to all three viruses. I highly recommend that you should mask when you're in a place that you're not really certain is there, a public place. A shopping mall, for example, a grocery store, an arena. And there's even very good evidence that children should mask in schools. Some of them adapt to masks easily. I know they've been through this, they've had enough, but kids are readily adaptable and they can do it. So masking is important, especially when you're in a large group, especially when you're in a group where there's people you don't know. Probably I should have started by saying if you're sick, stay home. Because chances are you're going to have one of these three viruses and you don't want to spread it. So don't go to school, don't go to work, wait till your symptoms have cleared for at least a few days and that your temperature's down and that you're feeling better. And on another note, pay close attention to your social groupings. And if you want to go to a hockey game, or a concert or something, or a large Christmas party, again, this is going to be a challenge. This is how these viruses spread. So I don't want to be a killjoy, but what I'm saying is get vaccinated. Think seriously about other precautions that you can take. Go out if you've got symptoms, stay home, and think seriously about masking and restricting the size of your grouping. And I must say, we're all tired, we're all fed up. I can't believe I'm giving you this news yet again as we go into a third winter, but it's necessary. So please, I urge you to do everything you can to ensure that we get through this winter with minimal problems for you, for your family, and for the hospital sector, and for the economy.